Hey guys, hope everybody is doing good and I hope you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me okay? Feel like I got an echo. Maybe it's because I need to take this off. Let me take this off. Maybe I don't need this. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? You can hear me? Coming through perfectly. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Marlene. Thanks, Maria. Thanks, Tammy. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Today, for this Friday, what I wanted to do was I wanted to play around with patches and I wanted to do it with you guys. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for me because I thought that I could use the Embrilliance that I have on my laptop. For some reason, the library that I need in Embrilliance isn't showing up on the laptop. So I am going to share the screen from my iMac. So as I do this, I am going to be looking at the chat and you guys let me know if you don't see something that I do, okay? So the reason why I wanted to touch the base on patches, okay, is because sometimes folks come to you with certain items to embroider, right? And sometimes the items isn't just something that you can embroider because maybe the pocket is a little too tight or it just doesn't fit on your flatbed machine or you just don't feel comfortable doing it on multi needles or whatever, right? So sometimes patches come really in handy. So I started to play around with this week and I started playing around with different materials and everything like that. And one of the things that I wanted to show you guys is some of the stuff that I've learned so far. Okay. Now, here are two patches that I've done, and I got another one that's under the multi needle right now, right? And I'm gonna tell you something. If you do a search on Etsy and you look for patches, right? Patches with people's initials with just a circle or something like that, people are buying them like crazy. Okay. So this is something that is very, very lucrative. It's something that you can put in your shop and you can sell it, and it doesn't take a lot of material to do. If you really think about it, all it is thread, and you just put samples of the different patches that you can make, have them send you their whatever initials they want, or if there's a design, I guess you can get it digitized and patch it for them. But a lot of people like these, and especially for kids that had gone back to school, sometimes people like to put like initials or names on the kids' backpacks and their lunch boxes and stuff like that. And I did have one customer that came with a lunchbox, but the pocket was just too tight. There was just no way around it that I was going to be able to hoop that lunchbox and be for certain that it was going to embroider nicely. I always felt like like that bag was going to shift, and the last thing that I wanted to do was to mess up the lunchbox and then I have to replace it, because some of these book bags, I remember back in the day I used to buy them for like $19.99. Those things are they're like $60 now, or more. So I was just like, oh, I don't want to replace that. So usually when I get something like that, if I can embroider it and I know I can do it, I'll tackle it. But if it's once I trace it on the machine and I see there's some kind of shifting, I'm like, nope, won't touch it. But let me show you one patch that I did. This is a patch that does not have a fill. Now, for those of you guys that are new and that may not know what a fill is when you have something like this, okay? Let me put this really close so you can see. Okay, awesome. Now, as you can see right here, let me get a pointer. As you can see right here, this right here, all this is black stitches, and this is a fill, okay? So here's your border, right? This is your border. The stitches that are inside is called a fill, and then you have the initials, okay? Now I'm going to put the other one up close so you can see what it looks like, okay? As you can see, this is not a fill, okay? This is the actual fabric, okay? I bought black fabric, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think this is the right fabric that the lady in Joanne gave me, because when I went over there and I asked her for, when I went on the website, it said they had cotton twill, because that's really what you should be using for patches. And then when I got there, and I don't know where this stuff is, right? So I'm like, hey, where's your cotton twill? So the lady was like, cotton twill, So I just said, okay, what is the tough fabric that you got? So she gave me this. So I honestly, I look at it, I'm like, okay, this is kind of, it's strong, but I'm like, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I tried it, and it's not bad. Okay, now you got to remember too that when you have a patch, what's going to happen is you're going to put heat and bond on the back, and then you're going to iron it, and when you iron it, I'm sure it'll look better, when you iron it and stuff like that, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like the way this came out. I think it's kind of flimsy. It looks cheesy, it looks kind of cheap, and it's not something that for me that I kind of like. I was kind of like, nah. But it could be the fabric that I'm using. Maybe if you have something that's very, very thick and can hold off, then maybe this would be good. But I didn't like it. Okay, now this, I love the way it came out. It feels solid. It does feel solid. It feels thick and stuff. But the reason why it feels that way is because of all of these, it was this material, plus it did all the satin stitches on it. I mean, not the satin stitches, the fill. It did the fill. Now, the only drawback in doing a patch like this is the time. Okay, because you are doing all of this fill right here, that's going to take time to stitch out. All right, as to if you did it like this, all you're doing is you're stitching out the border, and then you're stitching out the initials. Okay, but I want to show you how I set these up, so that way you guys can see how I did this. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I did it with Embrilliance, and I'm also going to show you if you don't have Embrilliance, because I already know, guys, times are tough. Okay, I mean, everything's going up but the check. So if we can do something without breaking the bank, then let's do it. That's how I see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to my iMac, because I want to show you guys how, and I'm using the wrong mouse. Look at that. See, already we starting. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna head, which mouse? Okay, got it. Let me start a new page here. Okay, cool. And then I got, all right, so this might get a little confusing, but you guys will keep me on track, okay, and stuff. All right, so here we go. All right, I'm gonna share the screen, and I believe I have to stay in the screen so that you guys can hear me, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is, because I need this while I talk to you guys, where am I going to put this? All right, I'm going to put you guys right here. Okay, all right. Okay, and at the same time, I can drive here. All right, guys. Okay, now, in Embrilliance, there is something called Merly Patches, all right? Another module, okay? And what this module does is it helps you to create patches, okay? And I wanted to show you how I was playing around with it and stuff, so that way you guys can see what it's all about. Okay. All right. So I just got myself out of design mode, and I'm not a digitizer. So why I ended up getting artists 1, 2, and 3, I don't know why I did that. But anyway, but I got it. But one day maybe I'll learn. I don't know. Okay, so if you click over, after you get Marley, right? The Marley Patches module, what's going to happen is when you click, and you're going to see my mouse. Do you see it? Yep, you guys see it. You click on the library. Okay, you see it. All right. In the library, on the drop down, you're going to see Embrilliance Merly, right? And then right here is where you can get all these outlines to create patches, right? So let's say, you want to create a sports patch. You can do that. Let me scroll down. They have these little shields. These are very, very popular, these shields, especially like this one, the Air Banner. Air Force uses that a lot. And then here you have like the little clothes. You got little shapes and stuff, the circle and all that kind of stuff. This is pretty neat. They got hearts and all that stuff. So you could just select one of these, and then you can put like your initials in it and stuff like that. And then you can go ahead and stitch it out, right? However, though, I want to show you something that I was playing around with it, and this is what I kind of learned. So I'm going to click out of this, okay? What I'm going to do is under utility, you can see that I hit in utility. Yep, okay. And I hope you guys can see that. Okay. Okay. Under utility, right here, it says add patch edge. Okay. This is really cool, and I'm going to tell you why. This is the favorite that I thought was like so mega cool. And I thought this would be great for children's book bags. Okay. I'm not doing anything now. I'm just doing regular text right now. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to type. All right, let's do Nancy, because I see my sisters over here on the chat and stuff. Okay, let's do Nancy. And of course, I'm not going to do block for Nancy. I'm going to pick a pretty font for Nancy. Okay, so my favorite, of course, I always say from Stitchtopia, is the Maya font. That is truly my favorite, because it's like no matter what word I type with that font, it always comes out cute. All right, so there goes Nancy's name, right? Okay, so I want you guys to check this out, because I like this. I thought this was like so mega cool. Okay, now I'm going to go under utility, and I'm going to hit add patch edge. Now there's three types: the rectangular, the circle, and the page warp. And I was like, what's page warp, right? So I clicked on that, and look, you get an automatic border going around the name, which I thought was like so cute, because the thing that went through my mind was book bags, right? The kids are all back in school. A lot of people want, names on the book bags or the lunch bags and stuff like that. And a lot of people have single needle machines. And you want to get in on it, right? So it's like, but you can't do it. It's really hard to embroider a book bag on a flatbed machine. So patches is the solution. So this is a cute patch that you can do. Now, right now, what I'm going to do also is, you could change the font, right? The font, you could change the color and all that kind of stuff, right? You can also do the same thing with the edge. You can change the color of it. All right. And if you notice too, right here, there's an applique position and a patch edge. So what's going to happen is it's going to stitch out an outline, and I'll show you right now. We're going to do the stitch simulator. So this is how it's going to run. Okay. It's going to stitch the outline first. Then if you want to take a piece of fabric, okay, so let's say you don't want to do stitches. right, inside the fill, right? Let's say you don't want it like this, right, with the black, right? And you just want to take a nice fabric that you have. Then you could take the nice fabric, and then what you can do is you can put it in there and then have it like an applique, right? Because that's the applique position. And then it's going to do the stitch. And then, oh, did I click out of that? No, I didn't. Okay. Then here we go. Then it's going to do the tack down stitch and the satin stitch. See, tack down stitch. I guess I can't, I went kind of fast, sorry. And then here goes your satin stitch. Okay. Now you're doing all your satin stitch. And you can have the pretty fabric underneath the patch and you don't have to do a fill. That would save on time. Okay. Then comes the stitching of the letters, right? And then what you would do is at the end, you take it out of your hoop and you just get a nice pair of scissors, right? And then you just cut the ends. You know, then you just cut around it. You don't cut the stitches of the border, but you just cut the ends. And then you could take a hot knife, and we'll do one together. I'll try to do a real simple one. I have one almost done in the machine, and then I'll take it out and then I'll cut it. And then you'll have to travel with me to the bathroom because it's a hot knife. And I like the hot knife in the bathroom because of Mello, because, God forbid he knocks it down. So I don't want him to get burnt. So, and then I'll show you how I apply the hot knife around. And I got that tip from Liliana and stuff. But anyway, that is a really, really cute way to dress it up. Now, another thing that I wanted to show you was if you highlight, because you guys can see okay. Because of my banner, and let me see if I can take that out. Hold on. Let me take out my little icon. Oh, wrong mouse. Because I want you guys to see everything. There you go. Okay. Got rid of it. I'm getting better at this stuff. Anyway. All right. So you see where my cursor is right now? I'm going to highlight patch. Wait, sorry. There you go. Okay. Now, over here, you see these tabs. It says color and then it says interactive, right? Now, I'm going to highlight interactive. And then under material, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down and then I'm going to say create using fill. I'm going to highlight that. When I did that, what it did was it created all the fill stitches inside. Now, what I can also do is click on color. And then right here is the material. Highlight that, okay, because that's the middle. And then let's say I want that to be white. See how it turned white? Okay. Or I can just change it to gray. Whatever color. Or hot pink. If the kids want pink. That looks kind of funky, right? That's kind of, weird, That looks cute. A girl might like that, But I just, I wanted to show you guys this because I thought this was pretty neat in making patches in Embrilliance, right? But let's play around with this some more because I want to show you other stuff, okay? Now, I'm going to show you how we could do this kind of stuff, okay? Because not everybody wants those funky little shapes around the name, right? So what I'm going to do is let me just start a new page, okay? Now, what I'm going to do in here is I'm going to just select some letters, right? We could do monogram. Let me see. I have monograms here. We have like, the circle monograms. Here we go. We can do, let me do 2-inch. Okay. So, all right, hold on. Let me get in here. And I believe this is, it should be small letter. I don't know what Nancy's initials are. Okay, no, I know it. It's N, nope, small N, big P, and then the small M. And with that, you got to go in your cheat sheet from Stitchtopia, and it'll tell you what letters to hit. It's the equal sign for that. Let me see. Did it work? Yeah, that's it. Okay. That looks kind of funky, though. I don't know if I like it. Nah. Well, it's okay, I guess. I mean, it is an M. There you go. Okay. So that's the N, and that's the P, and that's the M, right? Now, let's say you want to make this into a patch. Then I would go up here, and I would hit Utility, Add Patch, and then put a circle. And there goes the circle. Okay. And then let's say the letters, I want them in the color white. Okay. I'm going to highlight the patch, and I'm going to go under interactive. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the fill, right? Okay. And then I'm going to go back out, select the patch. Right here is the material, which is like the fill. I'm going to highlight that. It's going to give me the colors, and I'm going to want black, you know, making a patch. It's the black. Okay. And then let's say that I want the edge. Oh, it didn't take. Hold on. I didn't hit the you know, that arrow. Oh, you know what it is? This is a Windows mouse, and the other mouse is a Mac mouse, and you know it's like opposite. So bear with me. I'm getting old. What can I say? All right, here we go. Black. Okay, got it. All right. Now the yellow is the top stitch. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight that, and then let's say that she wants the white on the edge. So I'll pick the white, and then I hit OK, and then there's your patch. And I'm telling you, oh, wait, I don't see your chat. I don't know. I hope I didn't lose you guys. Wait, what mouse is it? Comments. Okay. All right, cool. All right, got it. All right, you guys are good. All right, you guys can still hear me and everything, right? I hope so. Okay. All right. So these patches, like the patch that you see right now on the screen, I was just searching, and I see that people are buying these like crazy. They really, really, really are. So I was just like, oh my God, something so simple to create, and you can just do it, you know, and if you just have a single needle machine, just create the patch. You can do it on your 5x7 hoop, you know, just buy the right material. Oh, somebody just made a purchase. Okay. Ching ching. Anyway. So this is like really cool, you know. It's a patch that you can make, right? And then all right, let me do another one. Let's look at the square, okay? Because I just think this is really cool. I wanted to share this with you guys this weekend because I thought this was just like, oh, this is like not hard to do at all. And it's a, you know, it's something that's really nice, and you can put it on a tote bag. Excuse me, you can put it on a jacket, the book bags, the lunch bags. Lap I was gonna say lap no lap. Oh, it is laptop. Yeah. Okay, I'm having a moment. All right. Oh my God. And I haven't even had anything to drink yet. I'm just, well, this is not Bacardi. This is water. Anyway, Yeah, the laptop cases. You know how I embroider the laptop cases? And they're easy to do on a multi-needle machine because I have those fast frames, right? Well, what I would do is get a cheap laptop case and then create a patch like this. And then what you can do is you just put the heat and bond in the back of the patch and iron it on the laptop case. And you can make nice patches and stuff like that. So let's take a look at the triangle too, because I haven't played with the triangle. But I would like to see what that kind of looks like. All right, so I'm gonna start another one. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, here we go. Let's see. What name am I gonna put in here? All right, I'll put my initials. Is JWM. Okay. Let me see. Let me see what other little styles I have here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I also have the I don't think I could do the 3-inch. Yeah, these are the applique ones. They're too big because I think the patches, the biggest you could go is the 4x4. That's what I'm thinking when I see all that. But look, here's the 3-inch. Well, yeah, that's a nice one too. I wonder if I could squish it. Can I squish it? I could. I could squish it. All right, so I am going to try to squish this one, guys. Let's see what happens. All right, so I'm going to, it's letter small J, what am I? Big W, and then it's the equal sign for the small M. There you go. Okay, that looks cute. That really does look cute. And then you know what? You could put, this is applique. This is an applique design. So you could put fabric underneath the J, the W, and the M. That would look really, really, really cute on a patch. And then you do a little circle. That looks really nice and stuff. But anyway, let me put in the square. Let me see what the square would look like. Oh, this is rectangle. It's not square. Oh, they went around. That looks nice. That looks nice. And then you know what's really cool about this design is that, let me see, let's do the stitch. And it always does the outline first and then it goes into the letters, you know? So of course, here I'm doing the stitch simulator. Okay, so we're going to do the outline. Here we go. And then here it is. See, here comes the outline. Then you put your fabric. Here's the tack, that's, the tack down. And then you got to cut it out, and then here comes the satin stitch. And then you would do the same thing for step 1, 2, 3, for the others. See, here comes the satin stitch. Then you got the outline, but this also has that little stitch right there. That final, oop, I moved it. I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, but this would make a cute patch. This would make a cute patch. Very, very unique. Okay. Because while everybody's doing stuff like this, then you can go and you can get fabric and you can create different patches like this with the fabric underneath and stuff. That would look really, really nice. And then what I would do is I would highlight here and you can do a fill. Yeah. You can do a fill. And of course, you want to change the color of the fill to whatever. Oh, that's a warm gray, but you guys get the idea, because we're not gonna print this out, but you guys get the idea. And then you go top stitch instead of the yellow. You can just do like a blue, maybe. There's a blue and stuff. but it looks nice. You know, it looks nice and it's different and stuff like that. So anyway, let me go over to the chat and stuff and help you guys. Oh, Marlene, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. But let me get out of here so that I can go down let me take this out. Let me remove that. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm back. Okay. So that way I can go down the super chat and then I can try to answer you guys questions, okay? I mean, yeah, answer you guys questions. I don't know what's up with me. I'm just off my game today. I tell you, I really am. Okay, so this is the mouse. All right, I am going to scroll up. Hey Iris, hey Marlene Ching Chong. Yeah, I know. I got a sale. Hey Tammy, hey Tracy. Only Walmart's going through remodels and certain ones. Just find out. Oh, Walmart's are going. Okay, Tracy, I'm gonna have to hang out in my Walmart then. Okay, not hard to do, but you need the software correct. What I am showing you right now, Marlene, you do need the software. You need the Embrilliance, and what I'm showing you is the module where it's called Marley Patches. Okay, but okay, let me show you something else though. Okay, you know what? Let me put my screen back in. Sorry, guys, because she asked the question, and I gotta show you guys. Okay, so I am going to let me get out of Embrilliance altogether. Okay, and let me launch. Let me take this down, and hold on. All right, Etsy. All right, there we go. Okay, here we go. All right. Oh, I got an order. Look at that. What did they order? Just wondering. Okay. Well, anyway, I'll check it later. Okay. All right. Let me go. Etsy. Come on. All right. Cool. All right. Let me show you something. If you look, let's do this. Patch embroidery frames. Okay. So let's say you don't have Embrilliance, right? And it's just not in the budget right now, which I totally get, you know what I'm saying? Because things are expensive, right? So sometimes when you can't, you got to find another way. So right now we're going to find another way. So I don't have Embrilliance. It's just not in the budget right now. I'll get it 10 years from now, whatever. Okay, so if you type patch embroidery frames, you can find this type of stuff. Let me see. Okay. Now here are some that's called like emboss. It's similar to emboss files, right? But you can buy these frames, okay? And then right here, look, they have the thickness. These are thick. You got your circle and all that stuff. You can get these frames, and these could be the ones that you use for your patches. Like, look at this one, 24 designs. Well, I don't know. That's a lot of designs, and that's pretty cheap. $2.99. Ooh, how good are they? But all right, but you know, this is how I buy my files. I always look at, you know, it doesn't really have to have star seller to me. You know, it's not a big deal, the star seller thing. But what's important to me is the reviews. So what I usually do is like, let's see, let me pick one. Let me see. Okay, like right here, this looks pretty cute, right? And I'll click on that. And as you can see, 5 stars. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll scroll down and I'll see if someone had put a picture of using that frame, right? Because what it is, you're trying to get the frame. And so what I would do is I would say, oh, so as you can see, she used this and it came out really, really cute. And she put the initials in there. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Now, the only catch though with getting something like this is I don't know if you would be able to put the fill in there, right? You would have to try to figure that out because, or could you buy designs that have the fill already in there, right? Like this one, you could tell right off the bat it doesn't. They don't have the fill. It's just the initials in the frame, right? You know, the outline, let's say. Let me go back and see. As you can see, I think these have the fill. Oh my goodness, I must be hot tonight. Looks like it's gonna be a long night. I'm gonna be working. Okay, so anyway, wow, two. Okay, ching chong. No. Okay, so I think this has the fill. You would have to read it. Let me see. Let me see right here. It says shapes applique, designs. You purchase 14, okay, and it has all of these shapes. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't say. Okay. Well, look at the pictures and see how they used it. And this looks like it was done on felt, and I don't see like a fill in there, right? And I don't see a fill in there either. That looks like that was done in felt. And that's another thing too. Okay. I don't know how long you guys been following me, but I used to buy felt. Okay. And from Michael's, they're like 20 cents. Real cheap. Well, I don't know how much they are now. But let me show you what it is. Hold on. I'm gonna go grab my felt and show you guys. Oh, great. Okay. All right. Here you go. I'm back. All right. This is felt that I gotten from Michael's. Let me take this out. Let me take this out so you guys can see. Hold on. All right, here we go. Okay. Here I am with my felt. These are just felt, you know, you can use these for patches. Very easy to cut around the patch and everything. And as you can see, like, remember what we were looking at before, she used the red. She had the red one. Okay. Let me put it back up so you guys can see. Hold on. See? Look at that. That's the felt. That's the felt. If you look at it really closely, I don't know if I can make it bigger, but yeah, yeah, see, that's the felt right there. That's the felt, and you can see she just cut it nicely, cute font, and then she just did the outline. She used this, okay? Put heat and bond in the back of it, and you can stick it to a book bag or a bag or something like that. So that comes out like really, really cute. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, so, and the felt, let me tell you, comes in really cute colors. See, look at the red, and they're inexpensive. This is one piece. I mean, this is a 9x12. This is one piece. If I bought these a while ago. I think they were like about maybe 20 cents a sheet or something like that. Okay, but use your coupons. Go to make sure you use your coupons if you guys are military spouse or military or whatever, you get 15%. If you're a teacher, you get 15%. If you have a friend that's a teacher, take them out to get a cup of coffee and say, hey, come to Michael's and show your ID card and I'll give you my 20 cents, use your coupons and stuff like that. And you can use these for patches. These are a good idea for patches and stuff like that. So yeah, let me see. Oh, let me go down the chat. Yeah, Money. So if you don't have the software, it's okay, but you can buy the designs for the to create patches, because what you need is you're looking for the outline. Now, another thing, because I'm thinking about emboss files, but emboss files, I use them mostly for like bath towels and stuff like that, because what that does is, if you have like a bath towel, and it has a lot of fuzz on top of it, that's kind of like knockdown stitches, where it's trying to flatten out the surface so that when it starts to embroider the names, it's not going to sink into the fabric, right? Because the fabric can sometimes be so fluffy that at first when you embroider it, it looks great, but then when you wash it, or after a while, the little fuzz underneath the thread is going to start to sneak up, and then when it starts to sneak up, you don't really see the embroidery that clear. So that's why, if you have like a lot of fluff on your fabric on the top, I would use emboss files or knockdown stitches and stuff. So yeah. Oh my, okay, all right. Etsy shop is busy today, I guess, and stuff. Hey Barb, how are you? I've done a full back of bitches from you, oh my god, what is it? Patches for by. Oh Barb, could you tell me, did you use cotton twill for your patches? Because that's the fabric that I am trying to use in order to do that. How expensive is that module? You know what? Let me find out for you. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, am I on the wrong thing? Okay, no. All right, hold on. I'll tell you right now what we're talking about with the Merly. It's a little pricey. Okay, well, they always have that sign with the sale sign and stuff. It's $199 for $199 for the Merly module for Embrilliance and stuff. But the way I see it, is if you end up getting really really good in doing the patches and stuff like that, and patches are pretty much in demand and stuff, you could easily probably make that money back. But like I said, I would just, I looked at Etsy and I saw, hey, are people making patches? How much are they selling them for? And I'm gonna tell you, some of these shops, they already have like 20 people have the item in their cart, more than 20 people have the item in the cart. And I'm like, wow, these patches are really hot. And the one that I showed you guys with the circle and the initials in it, that is like a big hot seller. If you to put the square with the initials, those are really hot sellers too. And the one with the name where I put Nancy in it, and the border wrapped around her name, those are pretty hot as well. And I think that one is more like, the kids like that better. And I think the adults are more into the circle and the square. So I mean, I got the module and stuff because, I kind of want to expand my stuff, because right now I'm doing the dinner napkins, doing the kitchen towels, and patches didn't look like too much to do, right? I was like, it can't be that hard. So I just started getting into the patches. Now I'm going to tell you this, and these are time consuming. They are not, you look at them, right? And you see that it's just a small little thing in here. And then you're thinking it's just the letters, but they do take time to make, especially if you're doing it with the fill inside. They do take time to make, because this one was about, I think it was like 50 minutes just for one. So I was kind of like, that this is really time consuming. Now, this is the thing too. I noticed that the folks that are selling the patches on Etsy, some of them are being priced at like $6, $8. And when I looked at how many stitches was in this one, it was about close to 30,000 stitches, right? Something like that. And I'm kind of like, that's a lot of stitches for like just $6 or $8. But then when I started looking more closely at the patches that what they were selling at those prices, they were selling them like this, which is that they don't do the fill. What it is they just have the material and then they're doing the initials and the border. So that I can see being profitable at a very low price. This, however, with all the fill, making it stiff and everything, this would probably have to sell for a little more because I don't see, I don't see this as a $6 patch. I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. Can you make how can you make the patches without the Embrilliance? Well, Annette, it would be buying the frame. And if you think about it, when you go on Etsy and you saw the prices on some of those frames, they're not that bad, right? It's really the same price that you would have paid if you bought like an embroidery design that you liked. And it's something that I know, to me, I feel like you would be using more and more of, because you could use that border a zillion times to create a whole bunch of different patches and stuff. Now, the only thing though is, like I said, I would probably look into how can you do the fill on the patch, or if you could buy the patch that already comes with the stitch fill. And what I would do is I would email the shop owner and I would say, hey, I want to buy this patch file from you, but I want to know, does it come with the stitches that fill in the patch, right? And if it does, then you're golden, because then you could do something like this. Then it's just putting the name on top, okay? And then I would say that, then Annette, you guys would be golden right there, okay? Because then you're like, okay, got it. Or and then you could just change the color of the thread inside, just like I did in Embrilliance, and you would be fine and stuff. Let me see. There are several free programs that you can use if you don't want to purchase. Yes, there is. There is a lot of embroidery. Now, Embrilliance also does have a free module for those folks that just want to try it out and stuff. Now, I don't know if there are free patch embroidery programs and stuff, but there's a whole bunch. There's like Hatch. Yep, and there you go. Iris mentioned Hatch. Hatch is another one. So What Pro is another one. But I'm not a Windows person. I'm a Mac person. All my computers at home are Mac. So because I use Mac, Embrilliance really is the only one that I'm aware of that does embroidery on a Mac. And I don't like Windows machines. I'm just not a Windows person. So and when I looked into Embrilliance, it did look like a good investment and everything. So I was just like, oh, okay, I'll work with that. Okay. Let's see. Julie, couldn't you just buy a fill frame and then put letters on top as stitched out? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And as you can see in it, if you go to like Etsy or something like that, you could get those files very, very, very cheap. Yep. Hey, Alicia. Yeah, $1.99. And sometimes, Alicia, I wonder, they say until August 30th. Sometimes I wonder, because they always seem to have a sale. So, I don't know. Hey, Iris. Hey, Tracy. Lady Gwen, if you iron is too hot, the heat and bond won't stick, right? Now I'm gonna be honest, I have not put the heat and bond on here yet. Tomorrow I will be doing a video putting the heat and bond and then putting it on something to see how it works and stuff like that. I'm going to do a more detail. It's just really hard doing the live and trying to do this at the same time and stuff. And right now I have something that's embroidering. Well, I could run the machine. I should just stop it. Let me just stop it. Hold on. I'm just going to stop it midway. I'm not going to embroider the whole thing because we really don't need to. Let me cut this because I was trying to do another one. All right. Now, the reason why I was doing this one, okay, I wanted to do a duplicate of this. This was with a type of fabric and it's kind of light. Okay. This one was another fabric that I got that was a little more tougher. Okay. And I'm going to take it out of the hoop because I'm not going to finish it. Because if I finish it, then we're going to be here like forever. And I don't want you guys to like be like, oh my God, when is she going to finish that patch? All right. All right. Right away, I could feel this is kind of like flimsy. However, though, I feel that it does look. Let me see if I can put it closer. Maybe you guys can see a difference. All right. Oh, the camera. All right. So I don't think you guys can really tell because of the camera. This is the tougher one, and then here is the other one. This looks a little flimsy to me. I don't know. This looks a little better though. I mean, it does. It looks a little better, but I don't know. All right, so you guys know, I usually take scissors. Now, I also watch there's this other guy that does YouTube, Romero Threads. And one of the things that I watched him do was he was doing patches and he used the curved scissors. And he used the curved scissors to cut around here, right? So let me try to do it this way with you guys. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm just gonna come in here. You guys see? Okay. And I'm just gonna curve a little bit. Now the thing is, you want to cut as close to the stitches as possible, but you don't want to cut the stitches. It's very similar to like applique, okay? And then when I get to these straight, I kind of switch up the scissors. And I use this scissor to just cut straight. And then when it comes to the curve, then I kind of just change the scissors. I tell you, man, when doing this stuff, boy, it takes patience. You can't rush perfection. You just can't. Okay, there we go. All right, then I do the curve. And now I'm going to tell you something, and Barb, maybe you can answer it for me, because sometimes when I'm trying to cut it, I want it to be as close to the edge as possible, but I'm afraid of cutting it, right? But yeah, but it's all right. All right, now, but you guys got the hint on how I cut it. I'm going to try to hurry up and cut this, and then I want to take you, we're going to go to the other room together, and I'm going to show you the hot knife. I'll do the hot knife on this, so that way you guys can see how I actually do this. Okay, so we'll take a walk to the bathroom right by here. Okay, I'm almost done cutting. All right, here we go. Okay, let me just cut a little bit on the side here. Looks good. Okay, so I got this, right? Okay, so let's go over to the other room. You guys can still hear me and everything, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, well, I didn't finish all the comments. Okay, hold on. Tracy. All right, let's see. Hey, Marsha, how are you? I like that sticker, the stitch around the patch. Oh, thank you. Hey, Pretty Eyes, how are you? Hey, Crafty Puerto Rican, I'm wearing your shirt, girl. This is the shirt that I got from the Crafty Puerto Rican shop. I love her shirts. Made a monogram on doing a hoodie using a foot applique. Oh, yeah, I love that font applique. It's really cool. And those designs that you saw that I put out there, guys, if you're curious, I got them from stitchtopia.com. That's where I bought them, okay? And stuff. I purchased some frames and used it to do a patch. There you go. Yeah, I don't know, Annette, which one Nancy's using for embroidery. and stuff. I wish I not making money yet. Oh, money, no. But I appreciate that so much. So thank you. And so, hey River, how you doing? Hey DY, love you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see. I made a patch with puff letters and put it on a structured hat from. There you go. Yeah, I'm telling you, patches they're really something. They really are something. And to me, I feel like they're probably easier to make. And then you put the iron on in back of it, and then you could put it on shirts and all that kind of stuff. Instead of, if you really think about it, and this is the other thing too, when we talked about placement of items, when you're hooping something and you may have not hooped it correctly or something like that, and then all of a sudden, like, you embroider it, and then you're like, I didn't center it correctly or anything like that. When you do a patch, right? You just create the patch, you cut it out and everything, and then you can take your time laying out the shirt or the jacket or the bag or whatever it is, and then you can actually place the patch exactly where you want it. So sometimes I feel that that's easier and stuff. That's a lot of felt today. Yeah, I know, Iris. I do that all the time. Hey JJ, how are you? Um how does it wash? I really don't know, Marsha. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I would not use the felt on clothes. I would not use the felt on clothes. If I was to do a patch on the using the felt, I would do that if it's gonna go like on a book bag or a lunch bag, something that's not gonna get washed often. Because if you, I don't know, what I'm afraid of is, at first you look at the felt and the felt looks really nice and smooth. And what's going through my mind is fuzz balls, I don't know, you guys know what I mean by fuzz balls is you wash it, and then this is going to start to I don't know, to like kind of like gather, right? And then you put it in the dryer, and then when you take it out, you're gonna have like, I'm thinking you'll have like little balls in there. Now, I did see a couple of gadgets, and I've even seen people like take a razor, and then what they'll do is they'll just like comb it with a razor, or shaving razor. They'll comb it to get the fuzz out. I've even seen people do that in a couple of sweaters. But you got to be careful with that, because if you cut too much, you could actually cut the actual item. That's the only thing, and stuff. So I'm not sure. It would be interesting. Oh, yep, Victoria. Yep, I guess Victoria. Yeah, Victoria says it doesn't wash well. And that's what I'm figuring. I don't think it would really wash that good. As for like something like this, with stitches and stuff like that, this I would feel confident in putting it through the wash. I think this would hold up nicely. Okay. Oh, Barb says that John Deere has a patch border set and also sells pre-made tackle twill patches with borders, and you can embroider the patch with your design. Thanks, Barb. See, that is another, yep, that, and you know what? I think there are probably a lot of places where you can just go ahead and buy these, and they're already made. You're right. And then all you have to do is just put this in your, you just hoop it, and you would just create the whatever it is you want on it. You can just put whatever you want, on it and stuff. The only thing I could see having an issue with that is making sure that you have it correctly centered. But that may not be an issue, because, well, I know with, and I'm sure this is true for other softwares, not just with Embrilliance. Okay, when you have an embroidery design, you can do a printout of that embroidery design, and when you do the printout, you can cut it out, and then you can actually put it on top. Okay, and you just tape it, and then you put it under your needle, and then you trace it to make sure that you actually have it positioned correctly how you want it. and then that I would just remove the template and then start stitching and stuff. But I think that that is the only thing that might be a little tricky, just to make sure that you have that centered correctly right in your border. That's what I would say. I mean, Barb, let me know, because you have more experience with the patches than I do, because this is just me playing around with it. So I want to, see how you feel about that and stuff. Hey Gail, how you doing? Some outlines are built in the embroidery machine. Yes, River is correct. If you go to any of your machines, even in the SC1900, the SC1900 has shapes. Okay. And if I remember correctly, I even have a video where I used one of the shapes of the SC1900, and it was the heart shape. And I was like, oh, and you can create your own patches with the borders that are already in the machine. Okay. Let's see. Is that felt in and out? I'm at work. Hey, Miss Miles. Yeah, this was just felt. This was just an idea that some people could use to embroider patches if they want to. Oh, there goes Bart. Felt is used to make patches for letter jackets or something that will not be washed. Yep, that's what I figured. So I would do something, if it's not going to be washed a lot, then it's pretty safe. But just also, I would let the customer know that if you wash it, it might come out a little funky, and stuff. So that way they know, because you don't want them to wash it and then they come out and then they're like, ooh, what happened here, and stuff. So let's see. I'll certainly look into it tomorrow. Let me see. Can I ask? Hey, Black Doll, how you doing? May I ask, where did you get the sewing machine that you have on your wall, please? Oh, the one that says Sewing My Therapy, Hobby Lobby. My sister got me that from Hobby Lobby. And they have it right by the fabrics. Right by the fabrics. That's where you can get it. And they still have them too. Well, at least the ones in Northern Virginia, they still have them and everything. And so yeah. Can you show the heat and bond? Yes, Marty, I can. Let me show you the heat and bond. Hold on. That's all right. The one that you want. Okay. Now, when you're doing like shirts and stuff like that and everything, I do the light for that. But for patches, I use the Ultra Hold. It's the one that's in red. Okay. And this is the Heat and Back Ultra Hold. This is the strong one. Okay. Now, another thing too, and I don't know if you guys have ever watched Liliana's channel, but she does her videos in Spanish and stuff. They also do there's another glue that people use also. Hold on, because I do have it. Oh, where is it? You, Mello, do you know where that glue is? Do you know, Mello? You helping me? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, thank you, Mello. All right, so Mello found it. See? The supervisor. What would I do without you? Anyway, so there's this permanent adhesive called fabric tack, right? And this is really, really, really good also. Okay, you can get this from Michael's with your coupon. Okay, and I know you probably could get this at Walmart too. But like I said, don't go spending a whole lot. Amazon sells it too, but I don't think you're gonna get the best price in Amazon. Because they sometimes, they up the price for the free shipping and all that kind of stuff and everything. So, but if you go to Michael's and stuff like that, and you have those coupons and all that kind of stuff and everything, use that. And this is really, really, really good and stuff. And people use this for patches too. I see people use that. So, it's just something else you could put in. But I find that the heat and bond is a little easier. And if you use the ultra hold, I think you should be okay. I think you should be. Okay. Let me see. Let's see. Finding the right material is what makes the patch, because you want them to hold up. So the material, yes, Victoria, and yeah, and I'm struggling and trying to find that cotton twill, and I think I'm just gonna reach out to some other YouTubers, and I'm gonna ask them, where do you get your cotton twill from? Okay. Now another thing that I wanted to do, but it's gonna get late and everything, but I'm gonna do the video on it, and I'll do it tomorrow, and so you guys can see how it turned out. I don't know if you guys have seen. Some people are taking garbage bags, and they take the bag, and what they're doing is they hoop the garbage bag, and then they embroider the patch. Now, when they do this method though, okay, they're not embroidering it like this, okay, because this is not fabric. All right, what they are doing is they're embroidering this type with the fill in it, okay, inside the patch. Because, and then the reason why they're using the garbage bags is because when you use fabric like this, you have to spend time and you have to cut out all those patches. And I noticed, I was watching them, they were using these plastic bags. Okay, now this one guy came out and said you could use the trash bags. But then I started watching this other guy, and he said he went to Home Depot and he bought the plastics that were 0.4 mil. Okay. And I was watching him, and he actually cut it out and he hooped the plastic, and then he did his patch on there. And then one of the things that I really liked was when it was finished embroidering, all he did was pull the plastic off. And you didn't have to worry about cutting the size of your patch or anything like that, because it just came right off. And I was just like, oh, that's neat. The only thing, and Barb, I don't know if you have used that method before, the only thing that I wondered about was when they embroider on the plastic is still on the back. Okay. Even though, now let's think about this. The plastic is probably not too much on the back because the bobbin thread is all on the back. So we'll see what happens tomorrow when I do that. Because what's going through my mind is, am I going to have plastic over here, and then I'm going to put the heat and bond on top of the plastic, and then I'm going to iron it on the shirt or something like that? How is that plastic that's between these layers going to interact? Is that going to really last, or is that going to like crumble apart or something like that, right? Because with here, I know that what I have is fabric, right? And I know that that's okay. And it's filled with thread. And if I put the heat and bond behind here, I think I'll be solid. But with plastic, I just don't know how it is. Maybe I'm overthinking it or something like that. I could be overanalyzing it. I don't know, and stuff like that. But anyway, but look, let's go over to the other thing. And I know you guys have more comments and everything like that. But let's go to the other room, because I want to show you guys. Oh, I'm gonna take you guys with me. And yeah, I just turned off one of the lights because I have to move. Okay, so we're gonna go over to the other room, because I want to show you the how I do the hot knife. Excuse me, Mello. Okay, Mello's in the way. Okay, come on, Mello. Let's go. All right. Okay, so here is a little brighter. Okay, because I'm over here in the spare bathroom. Okay. All right, so this is the hot knife that I have. Now, it works. It's okay. Oh, it's these lights. Sorry, guys. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put you. Hold on. Let me get situated here, because I don't want you guys to have all that blur. Okay, got it. All right. This is perfect. Okay. Now, I like this hot knife, but there is something that I don't like about it, okay? What I don't like about it is this is the type that you just have to like plug in. And when you plug it in, sometimes I'm kind of used to devices having like some kind of indicator light, and this doesn't have one, okay? Um, yeah, it doesn't have one or anything like that. Um, and this came with like a whole bunch of other tools, and I think my sister might have one too because she at one time she was all into wood burning and stuff like that. And the reason why I like to do this here in the bathroom is because of this guy right here, Mello. What are you doing? Okay, so as you can see, he's very, very curious and he likes to get in a lot of things. So I like to do this in here because it's a more controlled environment and I can like really watch him because right now he's just like staring at me. I'm going to plug this in the wall and he's like staring and I get a little nervous because I don't want something to happen to him by accident. So I'm just going to move you guys in because I want to make sure that this doesn't come anywhere near him. And this does not take long to heat up. Okay, it does heat up pretty quickly. Oh, I'm losing the light. Okay. All right, so gotta change the light bulb. I'm telling you, man. Okay. And stuff. Hope the light bulb prices didn't go up. All right, so when you have this, okay, one of the things that I like to do is you have your patch, right? And the size of the patch, it can fray. Okay, it can fray. So you don't want it to fray. You want it to stay solid and stuff like that. So when you take your what the hell is this called, Mellow? Your heat thing, whatever. What I usually do is take, the side of it, this side right here. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it because it's hot. I just kind of like go like this and a little slow and even. I just go like this. Oh, the light came back on. Oh, it's flickery. Okay, and then you can feel it. You can feel it that it's like a little more rougher. Okay. What the heck's going on with this house? I'm telling you, man. Oh my goodness. All right. Ugh, this house is ugh. All right, so I'm just gonna go all the way around it. And I got this idea from Liliana. And then sometimes you'll see, like right here, just see how it's a little frame? So you can just, and it'll come off. Maybe it's because I put it in the wrong plug. I don't know. Yeah, now that the light keeps going up and down. Yeah, so you just go around and you could take your time and stuff. Now, there are other methods that you can do this. Some people take a lighter, right? I can't do it. I'm chicken, okay? Because I just feel like, are you eating something? No, get out of there. Come on, out. Get that dog. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so I'm telling you, you gotta watch them. So, yeah, just go around. Oh boy, this light, man. I feel like I'm in a disco. Okay, where's the disco ball? Goodness. And stuff. Well, I'm gonna feel that way on Sunday. I'm gonna go watch Purple Rain at the Alamo Theater. They're doing a movie party on Sunday. So I'll be singing Purple Rain, Purple Rain. Um, so you just do that all the way around. Yeah, and I got it. Okay. Yep. All right, let me take this out because the wall. Okay, there you go. And then this came with a little stand, right? And I just like put it on here, and then I put it on the I leave it in the bathroom because the bathroom has a stone countertop, so I don't want the house to go on fire. So when you do that, what happens is it kind of like cinches it or something. It just makes it a little rough, and it's not gonna fray and stuff. So let's go back to the other room and stuff. Look at that. See, now he's upset because he got in trouble, right, Mello? Are you upset? All right, come with mommy to the other room. All right, so let's go over to the other room here, and let me close the door to the bathroom so that he doesn't get in there, because that hot knife is still hot. I know it's a little dark, guys. Oh, let me close it all the way. All right, sorry, guys. All right, okay, so here we are. We're back. All right, yeah, so yeah, oh, let me get this down here. All right, you okay, Mello? You doing okay? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? He's a good boy. He is. All right, okay. So I just wanted to show you guys, the hot knife method. It works a little better for me, because I'm afraid of fire. Now, some people use a lighter. I even saw one guy. He had like a little torch or little. Let me put some more light on here because it's dark and stuff. Let me see. There you go. All right, this is a little better, I think. Okay. All right. So, and I saw one guy. He had like a little torch, or a fire torch or something like that, and he was just like, and I was just like, oh my god, I can't do it. I could see the whole house up in flames. So I was just like, can't do it and stuff. So this is how I did that one. This one, I did it with the hot knife, and I just go around until it's nice and smooth and stuff, and it works for me, and stuff. So let me see. I want to keep going down. I want to make sure. I was told, yeah, lady, that is a price that a lot of people sometimes go by. They go by $1 per 1,000 stitches. But this is the thing. When I've had some patches that go up to like, I did one for the women's club. And the ones for the women's club is about like over 34,000 stitches, something like that. But I priced them, because I put, it's not a patch, but it's the logo, and actually embroider it on the shirt. So I charge like $30 per shirt to embroider that, because it is a lengthy process. And it's 34,000 stitches, plus it's 2 different weights of thread. I have to get 60 weight thread and 40 weight thread. And there is it's like 4 or 5. Five color changes in that pattern. So I do $30 per shirt on that. But yeah, that is about the price that some people do and stuff. You just, and my whole thing, in Lady Gwen, my whole thing is it can get kind of hard to price embroidery sometimes. So sometimes it also depends on quantity. Okay, so if they like come to you with like 20 shirts, sometimes because it's a huge order, you may cut them a break. If you want to, you can do that, but usually if it's like 1 or 2, whatever, I usually do full price. That's just how I do it and stuff. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Cheryl. Oh, thanks. Yes, guys, if you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up and stuff. And I will tomorrow, what I plan on doing is I'm going to be going to Home Depot, and I'm going to be getting that plastic. That's the 4 millimeter. And I'm actually going to videotape it, opening the plastic up. I'm going to hoop a plastic, and I'm going to do one of these patches on the plastic. Let's see from start to finish how that comes out and stuff. And I will put the heat and bond in the back of it, and I'll actually apply it to something. Okay, so that we can see the whole process of how it works. But I really wanted to touch base on the patches this Friday, because this is something that it can be very easy to make. I mean, and it can also be kind of difficult too, because depending on the design, right? Because sometimes people want patches, not just initials or names. Sometimes they want designs in the patches and everything. Like Barb, she said she just did a whole bunch of patches for a motorcycle club. They're really big on patches, and usually their patches really involve more detail, right? Because they have like some kind of logo and stuff for their motorcycle club and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it depends. Some patches can be easy, some can be hard and stuff. Let me see. Oh, let me plug in my, hold on guys, my laptop, because it is getting a little dark and it gets hard for me to see. Let's see, can I get, okay, awesome. All right, perfect. Okay, so let me see. Just, hey Annette, I'm just learning to embroider. Love all your videos. Oh, thank you. Patches were big when I was growing up. Yes, Annette, patches are, and I think patches are coming back. I think patches are actually coming back, and I think embroidery is really becoming a big thing now. Okay, and to me, this is an easy thing to make. But like I said before, it depends, what it is. But if it's just initials and it's just a name, oh, that can be easy money, and stuff. But I remember back in the day, patches were big, and I remember people were putting them on leather jackets, and they were putting them on bags. And I have a girlfriend of mine where she has a travel bag, and every time she travels somewhere, she always buys a patch from what do you have? Oh, he just bought a ball. She buys a patch from where she goes and she visits, and she has the bag, and she either irons on the patch or she sews on it. And that's another thing too, guys. If you can, okay, some people, that now that I'm talking about that, some people, and I don't know if you guys have I know like Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, they have those patches, right? Sometimes you could do the heat and bond, and then some people, what they'll do is they'll take this, they'll put it underneath the sewing machine, and they will sew along the edge of the patch to secure it more to the item. Okay, now I don't know how easy that might be on an item like a book bag or something like that. I know embroidery might be a little hard, but maybe you could do the sewing part. And if you can, then I would be like, oh, I would do that. Baby blankets too. This is another thing too. You can do the patch, and you can sew the patch on the baby blanket instead of actually doing the embroidery right on the blanket. That's another idea, something that, because some people may like the little square with the initials instead of having a big name on the blanket. That's another idea too. It's up. Hannah Smiles forgot what module. Oh, she made a bunch of patches in Embrilliance. Oh, I could show the comments. I forgot about that. She made a couple of patches in Embrilliance and forgot one module, but doesn't have the same stitch around as Marley. I think Miss Smiles, that Embrilliance, what it does is it does have a library where it just has shapes. Okay. But I know Marley, I believe this is a new module that they came out with maybe like a couple of months ago. And one of the things that really drew me to that is, they have the shield patches and, for like police and all that kind of stuff. And, I work with the military folks a lot, and they're really big on patches. Military is huge on patches. So that's why I was kind of drawn to it. I was like, okay, let me just give it a shot and see and stuff. Yeah, let me see. Hey Iris. Some embroideries have the ability to make, yes, Etna. Some embroidery machines do come with the ability to make that. The fabric seems, yeah, I agree, Nancy. The fabric on this seemed very, very thin. I was thinking because the fabric didn't seem to have a stretch to it that maybe it would work, but no, it's not. I think what I'm gonna have to do is invest in fabric twill. This seems to be a little bit better, but I'm still not happy with it. I actually really love this, but the thing is, it has a lot more stitches. It actually has the fill stitches, so I'm kind of like I like these patches a lot better. And let me see. Yes, Iris also put up a good thing. Fray check is another good thing you can do if you don't, that's a really good idea, Iris. Let me put that up there. Fray check. Fray check. If you guys have this, okay? Fray check, okay? All you have to do is take this and you can apply it to the edge and don't bother with the hot knife and stuff like that. That's a very, very good idea. Thank you, Iris. I appreciate you. See, I mean, I like that. Carlito's room. Well, that is actually Carlito's bathroom. Hey, Moonlight Wong. You make me happy every Friday. Oh, thank you. I actually enjoy spending so much time with you guys. Hey, Kathy, how you doing? Oh, here goes. Hey, we quote. So you can put twill on a prep patch, and then you can just pop it out when you're done. I think the prep patch. Well, I don't know what a prep patch is. I'm gonna have to look that up. We quilt. I don't know if you're talking about the plastic. I don't know. I know that with the plastic, they did like a plastic thing, and the guy he got it from Home Depot and he popped it out. But maybe that's something that you can use too. I'm gonna look that up. Thanks for telling me about that. Woohoo. Yes, crack the Puerto Rican the shirt that he made me. Hey Meek, how you doing? Wouldn't twill be yes. I think yes, River. I think the twill would definitely be better because everywhere that I search, and I'm looking at people that making the patches, they're actually using they call it cotton twill. And but the thing is when I went to Joann's, that's what the lady gave me. And I was kind of like, I don't know. It's like on your website you say cotton twill, but then when I came home and I put the item that they bought that the lady gave me, that was not even that said linen. That's what it said. It said linen. I was like, that's not cotton twill. So I'm gonna have to probably, I think to make sure that I got the right thing, I'm gonna have to actually order the fabric online. And I don't even think I'm gonna get it from Joann's. I think probably either I'll go to Amazon to get it, or maybe I'll just go to Missouri Quilt Shop and I'll get it from there. Because if anybody knows fabric, I'm sure they know fabric, and I'll probably get the right one and stuff. Oh, ginger scissors, guys, ginger scissors, 50% off at Joann's. And I wonder, I think if you get the 50% off on the scissors, and if you're military and teacher, you get an extra 15% off. And so you get and if it works with the plastic tomorrow when I try it and if it works with plastic, Lowe's and Home Depot gets 10% off for military. So but yeah, thanks for putting that out there, Trisha, because those are very, very good scissors. Those are the scissors that I like and stuff. Oh, I remember that. Yes, Iris says she used to use patches on jeans to cover up the holes in your jeans. But you know what, Iris? That was back in the day, okay? Now, kids love the holes in the jeans, okay? Patches, you tell them to put a patch on that hole, they'll be like, why? Because they love their holes, okay? But I remember that back in the day, that's what you used to do. You would get a patch and you would buy them. They were iron-on patches, and you would put them on your pants, on your jeans. And that was back then. Yeah. You're aging me, girl. You're aging me. Hey, Linda Woods, how you doing? I guess this must be a patchy kind of day. It sure is. It's a patchy day. Oh, she made patches today also. I've been waiting for you to do patches. Hey, Moonlight. I know I wanted to do, I showed you guys the software, but I will do the video tomorrow, start to finish, how I did this. Okay. It's just that if we do it live, what's going to happen is you guys are going to stand. This took a very, very long time to stitch. This was about like a whole 50 minutes. And I know we don't want to like sit there and watch the machine go for 50 minutes. So I will videotape it, Moonlight, tomorrow. And I will, because when I videotape it and it starts to stitch, I kind of fast forward it and I put a little music in there. So that way it doesn't, you guys aren't like there the whole hour. Right. And then we could see how it comes out. And I'll put the heat and bond, take it out of the plastic and put it on something and see and go, oh, okay. And you know what I'll probably do? Maybe I'll buy like a little shirt or something. And then I'll put the patch that we make. I'll put it on a shirt to see how it comes out and stuff. Hey, DY boss, you always get. Oh, you're very welcome. I mean, I'm here to help you guys, so and I love sharing information and stuff. Hey, Victoria, does the tackle tool work? I don't know. Victoria, one of the things that I saw that everybody uses, and Barb, I don't know if you want to share what kind of fabric you use, but everybody that I've watched, Victoria, they always say cotton twill. They've always said that. Tackle twill, I heard of it, but I don't know if I heard of them using it for patches. And yeah, what is the difference between those two? That would be kind of cool to find out. So I'll see if I can do some research on that and see and stuff. Oh, look at that. And guys, here you go. Coupon code, okay, and stuff. And you could use the link. I have a link on my video also. It's affiliated link. So if you do want to get it, I appreciate you guys could use my link and stuff because that would help the channel out and help me out. Put Carlito through college, and stuff. Hopefully he only gets 2 more years. This is hopefully next year should be his last year. Ooh, let me get this. Because hopefully I think it's this year and then next year. So hopefully we'll see a graduation next year and stuff. But yeah, if you guys want, I mean, that is there's a coupon code and get that extra 10%. So if it's $199 and you get an extra 10% from the $199, that would be awesome and stuff. Thank you, Eartha, for putting that there because times are rough. We need to save as much as we possibly can and stuff. I use felt all the time. Never deny me make wonders. Yes, he does. I've watched some of his videos and he does make some. Hey, Meek, he does make some good patches and stuff. Oh, Miss Miles says she did patches and stuff like that. I'm telling you, patches are pretty popular and stuff. Oh, Iris said hi, Mello. Oh, he's mad. Oh, Meek said you should not use the heat and bond with the sewing and the embroidery machine. The light one is fine. Oh, why? I mean, well, I thought you would because I see a lot of people use it. But what one of the things, Meek, is when I've seen people use the heat and bond ultra hold, they're using it after they created the patch, right? Not before. So it's like you just do the fabric and then you do all the stitch out. And then once your patch is ready, that's when you would put the heat and bond in the back and stuff. And the sewing of the patch, I've seen them do that on hats. And that's another thing too, guys. You guys can create these patches and you can probably glue them on the hat. But there is a trick though with the hats. And I think the glue might come out because I've watched Liliana create some patches for the hats. And one of the things she does is she does not use the heat and bond with the baseball hats. she actually uses that glue, this kind of glue. She used that and she puts it on here, and then what she does is she puts it on the hat, and then and she doesn't put it on the edges, okay? Because I've watched her. She actually puts the glue like right here inside, okay? Not the edges. She doesn't touch the edges. So then she puts it on the hat, and then she leaves it there for a little bit, I guess, to just dry a little bit. And then she does have a special sewing machine, a whole separate sewing machine, and it helps her maneuver the baseball hat. And then that's where she starts to stitch the outline of that. It's really interesting how they do the baseball hats and stuff. And I want to be honest, I was looking at that machine and I was like, ooh, I can do that. But when I saw the prices of those machines, I was like, oh, I said, nah, you know what? I'll just embroider straight on the hat, and I won't do patches on the hat. And I'm wondering if you could just embroider a frame and embroider on the baseball hat, because I have some that I've done similar to that. And another thing that I've seen people do too is they take fabric and they embroider the frame and they do the name, and then on the ends, what they do is they cut it up and they let it fray, and it kind of gives it a distressed look. Some people kind of like that, and it looks cute. It really does look cute. So they just leave the some parts of the fabric sticking out outside the frame, and they just just let the fray happen, and it looks really, really cute and stuff. Um, let's see. Bunny, we have 109 people watching. Well, I hope you guys do like the video and give me a thumbs up. Let me see. After you stitch the design, you can put the heat and bond under the hoop. Then stitch another outline to tack it down and then trim it. Then stitch. Oh, I'm going to hold on. I want to highlight this so that people can take that week quilt. Okay. After you stitch the design, okay, we're going to stitch the design. Put the heat and bond under the hoop. Okay. Then stitch another outline to tack it down, trim it, and then stitch the final. Oh, okay. So in other words, and please tell me if I don't have this right. I'm thinking you're saying put the heat and bond inside here. You would take the hoop out and you would kind of iron it. You got to wait for it to cool off. Then you just peel off the paper. But then what happens is you'll have the heat and bond inside of here. You're not having the heat and bond like on your edges. And then when you go ahead and you place it on your item, then you can stitch, because I could understand what Meek is talking about not using the heat and bond, because you don't want to gum up your needle. Sometimes your needle can get gummy and stuff like that, and that can get messy. So that is a good tip, and I think I'm going to try that. Thank you so much. I really wanted to put that out there so that way people could take the notes and stuff. Thank you, Wee Quill. I appreciate that and stuff. Wouldn't it burn the plastic? That's what I don't. That's the concern that I have, Iris. And then I'm wondering too, when they create these patches with the plastic, are they even, I don't see them really putting the heat and bond on. And I'm wondering, do they just have that as sewing patches and then you just sew it on if they use the plastic? I could see you putting the heat and bond if you're not using any plastic here. I've even seen Liliana use the plastic in a lot of the patches that she created. But I need to reach out to her and ask her, do you put the heat and bond under here? Let me see. Does patch attack work the same as heat? I think it does, Marsha. I've heard of it, but I think it does. Bar says, I use heat seal to back the emblem patch material. Oh, okay. I'll have to check them out. And so, and that's the other thing too, guys. It's like, when you are, especially if you're doing this as like a business and stuff, you want to make sure you're using the high quality stuff, because the last thing, to me, the last thing you want is to have a patch, right? And I just have the heat and bond. So I'm thinking but the thing is, now that Barb has that out there, and I know that Liana had talked about other glues and all that kind of stuff. I'm wondering, maybe the heat and bond is good, but depending on how the item is being used, will the heat and bond wear off over time? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that we would just have to like look at, try out, and see if it's gonna be a long lasting item, because the thing, it would depend, I guess, on how you use it and stuff. Let me see. Won't the yep, and that's yep. Won't that melt polyester thread? Well, I guess when I was pushing the thing, what it is that it does kind of melt it, but it kind of like makes it a little rough so that it just it prevents it from fraying. That's what it is and stuff. Because if you don't do that, if you don't put something on the side to stop it from fraying, what's gonna happen is you're gonna start seeing little pieces of thread come out from the side of the patch. That's what's gonna happen. You know, so to me, everybody that I see that make the patches, they always seal the edges in some kind of way. You know, um, maybe the hot knife is causing the light to flick. Yeah, Marlene, I think it was because it was like in the plug and stuff like that. Is there a specific weight thread you should use for patches? I just use the regular 40 weight thread. Now when you are creating your patches, just like when if you see in the video where I did the logo for the women's club, um if you have, when you're creating your patch and you're doing the fill and everything, you want to use the 40 weight. And the fill, I'm talking about these little spaces in here. Now all this is all 40 weight, but let's say you have very small fonts, then when you're going to go ahead and stitch out the small fonts in your patch, I would recommend changing the needle to a 65/9, and also making sure that the thread you use is a 60 weight thread, because that thread is going to be thinner, right? And because it's a very small font, then you would be able to read it more clear. Okay, so whenever you're stitching small fonts, you want to make sure the small fonts are being stitched out with 60 weight thread with a 65/9 needle. Okay, and then for the fills, and if you have fonts that are pretty big and stuff like that, 40 weight's fine. You don't, that works and stuff. Oh, Trisha's going to bed. Good night, Trisha. I use Badge Master. Oh, I have to look into that, Eartha. She has something. Let me put that out there. She uses Badge Master to make the patches. And I bet you there's so much stuff out there to help you make patches. I just started getting into this because I saw that they're really becoming popular. And the thing that people are really buying a lot is just the circle with the initials. And I'm like, I could do that. That's easy. That's a really easy thing to do. That's not hard at all. So it's something that I'm just looking at. But I know later on I'm going to want to do more fancier patches and stuff like that. But right now I want to do that. See, there you go. Yes. Barb said she has a video. There you go. Liliana has a video on how she used a 4 mil from Home Depot. And that's what I'm planning on doing. Tomorrow I'm going to be taking a trip to Home Depot. And I'm going to be getting the 4 mil plastic. And I'm going to try to use that to do a patch. That's what I want to try to do and stuff. New to embroidery. Love you're so real and true. Oh, thank you, Miss Lemon. Appreciate it. Um, is the I have not Victoria. I have not used that, but I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check it out and stuff. You know what kind of sucks though? I'm gonna be honest. When I love my Apple products. I really do. I love my iMac, my MacBook, and all that kind of stuff. Love it because when I had a Windows machine, it was always crashing. Okay, and every time I had, every 3 years, I had to get a new machine, right? So I got kind of tired of that. So I was like, all right, we're converting all to Apple, right? And we loved it. We've been Apple now for I think 10 years. 10 years and it's been pretty good. However, though, to be able to find software and products for the Mac, it's hard. So when it comes to the embroidery software, and I bet you that Badge Master, I'll probably look at that, and I really hope that they have a version for the Mac. Now I know that some people say you can do like you can put Windows on a Mac. My husband does that, all that kind of stuff. But he has a Mac and he has a Windows background on it, but I just don't want to touch my Macs. But I think what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to suck it up and do what he did, so that way I can use all this other stuff that all these other people have. But because I've been so stubborn that I'm like, no, I don't want you to mess up my Mac. But I'm missing out because if I had the Windows capability in my Mac, I probably would be able to do the hatch, and I probably would be able to do a whole bunch like the Sew Up Pro. And Sew Up Pro, that's one that I think Eve from the Baby Booty, she's used that embroidery software, and it's from what I hear, it's pretty inexpensive. I think back then it was like $129, something like that. She has a link in her videos for it. She has an affiliation with them, and I don't think it's that expensive. And it runs on Windows, but I really don't know the full length of the capability of it. I really don't, because like I said, I just always done the Embrilliance because the Embrilliance works on the Mac. But yeah, that's me and my Macs, and stuff. Let me see, I'm going down. Frisco's what the company that sells. Oh, I didn't know that, Leslie. Love the patch you embroidered on. Oh, thank you, Meek. Let me see, Jeanette. I'm new to your channel. Hey, how you doing? I would like to join your Facebook group. What is the name? Thank you, your fan. Oh, you're welcome. Look for on Facebook. Look for Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures, and you'll find us. Okay, and yes, but please join the Facebook group. I mean, it's a great group. Everybody helps each other and stuff like that. I do monitor it the best I can. I try to make sure that there's no scammers or anything like that. I do reply to messages. So if you see there's like something on that Facebook group that looks kind of like shady, something like that, let me know and I will research it. And if there should not be there, I'll get them out there. I'll get them off. So, because my whole thing is I want it to be a really nice, safe place for everybody so that everybody can, share information, help each other out, and, show off the stuff that they do, and it's like a really great Facebook group because I see people really grow and improve their skill set, and I me as well, so yes, please join it. So it's Embroidery Happy Hour Adventures and stuff. Hey Bart. Oh, okay. Cotton twill patch back fabric from John Deere. Legendary is perfect. It's $15 a yard. No fill-in stitches necessary. Well, okay. Then that is what I'm going to order. And so sports twill, also known as tackle twill, is a dense. Oh, yeah. Liliana has a post bed machine. That's what it is. Yep. Yep, that's what she has. That's the machine that she has. And I think, if I remember correctly, when she was using that machine, she was talking about how she bought it used. She didn't buy that machine new. She bought it used. I think she got it off of Facebook or something like that. I don't know. Or a yard sale or something. You know, that's another thing too, guys. You know, every once in a while, I'll go on Facebook. I'll just type up sewing machines just to see if something pops up. I mean, I don't think I need another machine, honestly. And I think Fred would like be pissed if I bought another machine home because I am out of space. Okay. I'm trying to hint we need a bigger house, you know? But no, we're gonna stay here. This house is gonna get paid off, and we're gonna stay here. I will find a way to fit in whatever I need to fit in here. Okay, so but yeah, I'm always on Facebook, and I'm always looking for who's selling embroidery machines. If someone's selling a sewing machine and stuff like that, you can always get a good purchase and stuff. And what I would do is if you buy something new, I mean used from Facebook or something like that, when you go to see the machine, ask them, can I see it sew? Can I see it embroider and stuff like that? Let them show you that it actually works. And it probably wouldn't be a bad idea either after you buy it to have somebody service it. That way, because you don't know if they oiled it regularly. You don't know if they because machines should be serviced annually. Okay, so you don't know if they did that, right? So I would just, make sure that it works. And then if it works, then go, oh, okay, that's great. And if the price is good, I would take it. And then I would just go and reach out to someone who can service it for you just to make sure you got a good, solid machine. And then you can just rock and roll and stuff. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Don't have to iron it on, just tape it under the hoop. Oh, that's, you know what? I gotta look that up. Just tape it under the hoop. Have to iron it on. Just tape it under the hoop. But I thought with heat and bond, we quote, you always had to iron it because that's how I've always done it because it comes in the paper. So I always ironed it, wait for it to cool, then take the paper off and stuff. I have, because then you have, or I think what you're saying is maybe embroider it with the heat and bond. Oh, we're gonna have to talk because I'm confused. You can also stitch through the heat and bond light, just not the heat and bond ultra. And then hot seal. Poly twill will melt nice. Oh, better than the cotton twill, I think. Don't quote me on that. Okay. That would be a cute, or not cute, but good thing to look into. Have poly twill on one side, cotton twill on the other side. Do the patch on both, see how they come out, and then do the hot knife on both to see how the edges come out. Yeah, I bought the hot shield on a roll several yards. Okay, when you do the plastic, be sure to place pins along the hoop ring so that the patch won't shift. Yes, that's a good, yeah, because especially if you're doing flat, do a plastic. You know what I was thinking though when I was reading it, I was thinking about the thing. Well, it looks like I'm going to have a learning curve on this. Okay. So the video tomorrow might be a little bit interesting to see. So we're going to see what happens. Okay. Oh, Riva says she has Sew Up Pro. And I bet you that, there you go. Meek said, look at that. Paid $65 and Sew Art, I think, was $85. But you know what? Yeah, Meek, well, the thing is too, all software has its own functionality in there, right? So it's like, but I know a lot of people that use the Sew Up Pro, and they like it. So if that software is doing what you need it to do, then why spend the extra money if you don't really have to, Because let me tell you something. Like I said, everything's going up but the checks. checks ain't going up. I don't know what's going on. You know, we don't want to be broke now. Badge master. Yes, I've heard of that. I heard of that. See, I have a lot to learn. So what I'm going to be doing is as I explore more about patches, the way I do them, different materials and all that stuff, I'm going to videotape it all. So that way you guys can see what I experimented, what worked, what didn't, what I liked and stuff. And then we can all like chime in and help each other out to see what is the best stuff for the patches and stuff. But I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have to call Liliana and go, help me with this, because I do know she's like a patch expert. Because I mean, you see, if you see her videos, it's like she has all these patches lined up, and it's like she flies through them. She just flies through them and stuff. She knows exactly what material to use, how to stitch them and everything. And I just watch her and I'm like, and she goes too fast for me. Even though I go ahead and I rewind, she goes a little bit too fast. So I'm just like, so it's like, okay, that's fine. But guys, it is getting late. It is really, really getting late. What time? Oh, okay. At once again, embroidery happy hour. I think I need to rename this embroidery happy hours, okay? Because we are at 2 hours now, okay? So guys, thank you so much for spending Friday night with me. I hope that the information that I shared with you guys, was valuable and stuff. Just wanted to show you what that Merly module did, showed me with the patches and stuff like that. But I also, I know that software is expensive too. So I just wanted to give you guys ideas on how you can do it on the other end as well. Because, we can get creative and all that kind of stuff. So, because it's all about helping each other and all that kind of stuff. So I really do appreciate all the support. I really, really do and stuff. And I'm really, I love spending Fridays with you guys. I really do. So I hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel a lot. And please share the videos with other groups and stuff like that if you want, and friends and everything like that, because I would like to see this channel grow. I was kind of hoping to have 10,000 by the end of summer, but that's okay. It doesn't happen. I mean, hey, I'm happy with just having one. If I can just help one person, I'm good. So you guys have a great night, great weekend. Please be safe, have fun with those machines, explore, create all these beautiful stuff, and happy embroidering and happy sewing. Love you all. Please take care, and I will see you guys again next Friday. And tomorrow I am definitely going to be videotaping me exploring all these more patches, because I don't know what it is. I'm into this patch thing now. Okay, so I will videotape that, and I hope you guys can watch the adventure as I make my mistakes and learn. Okay, and so you guys can learn from what I do. All right, so I will talk to you guys later. Have a great night. You guys take care. Bye.